the man in the middle here, he's got the middle screen for a reason.
Yeah, man.
Your Dolphins have acquired Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs. In return, Kansas City gets 2022 first round pick, 2022 second round pick, 2022 fourth round pick, next year's 2023 fourth round pick, and next year's 2023 sixth round pick. What is your instant reaction here?
I am still speechless. I have smiled all day. I just can't believe it. Like the last 24 hours, this has to be the best 24 hours of an off season in I don't know, in 20 years. I mean, maybe since the Ricky Williams stuff, but just Toronto. Everyone was waiting for the over the weekend, the past few days on Teron Armstead. Is he going to sign? Yep. He went to Miami, then he left Miami.
They held him hostage.
Yeah, they held him hostage. People were locking grandmas in cages. You know, they weren't releasing the grandmas until he made a decision. It was just crazy. But then he left, and then there was a picture of, I guess, an O-line trainer. He was in Texas with Teron Armstead, so it was like, what's going to happen? And then I guess he posted an Instagram video just last night about, just a day ago, like just, hey, he's taking his talents to South Beach. Thanks, LeBron, for all that, and then, dude, you just wake up and it's like you're feeling great. You go to sleep, in a good mood. Teron Armstead, man, top left tackle when he's healthy, and then bam, like the Tyreek Hill rumors. Like I saw
in an hour, dude. That shit happened quick.
Yeah, I immediately turned on the Good Old Pat show and was like, let's see what happens. And boom, like live, like it just happened. I mean, Dolphins Twitter it's been a ride.
Dude, Dolphins. So I scrolled through Twitter a little bit today. They just like jizzed all over the screens on their phones. Dolphins Twitter was insane today. Saints Twitter was upset that we let go of Tommy, Teron, excuse me. Holy crap.
It's crazy. And what did they give up? They still have.
So next year they still have 2 first-round picks.
2 first-round picks. And, before we talk about, like, this season, let's just spitball to next season. If Tua just isn't the guy, you got 2 first-round picks to go up and get a quarterback. I think I saw someone compare it to, like, the Rams. Like Jared Goff, he didn't work out. Hey, they said, hey, we'll trade those first-round picks and got an upgrade in Matt Stafford. Same thing can be done in Miami. Everything is there, right? This is Tua's make or break. I mean, what else can you add here? Maybe a couple. Get Jesse Davis
tackle
out of here. Yeah,
you need a right tackle.
Tua's blind side.
Yeah, we need a right tackle. So get Jesse Davis out of here. But dude, yeah, Sean, he knows. Like, fins up, man. Dude, like
with the trade today. The Dolphins are giving Tyreek Hill a 3-year extension it's a total of 4 years. He'll be on the Fins roster. Worth $75 million extension in total. The contract's worth $120 over 4 years, panning him out at $23.8 million per season. In metrics, he's the new highest paid NFL wide receiver in terms of guaranteed money.
That's a lot of money. There's rumors that it might get restructured in 2023.
Oh, a lot of these contracts will definitely get restructured, especially if they have an issue where Tua doesn't work out this year. Because to me, this year, this is Tua make or break year.
Right. And all the excuses are gone, right? Most Dolphin fans, have just been like, just wait. He had the worst O-line. He had weapons like Lynn Bowden, Mac Hollins. I mean, still 3-0 versus Belichick with those guys. But there's no excuses now, right? I mean, he should have better time. He has, the weapons are insane. I mean, even Cedric Wilson's pretty good, right, Seth? Like, he's not some chump.
He had a couple. He had some moments where you're like, man, Cedric could be like a good number 2 here.
He can throw the ball.
You got Wilson, Cedric Wilson, Devontae Parker, Waddle, Tyreek, Mike Gesicki, like. What else do you want? So it's up to Tua.
Devontae gives them the size.
Yeah.
Tyreek gives them the speed. Waddle gives them the hands. Gesicki Gesicki, underused tight end, but still very good.
So barring injuries, man, it's looking good. It is looking good. So, And Mike McDaniel, man, like he's gonna make some shit. This is not gonna be some ho-hum scrub offense led by Brian Flores and 85-year-old Chan Haley.
Come on.
And then or two co-offensive coordinators like last year. Nah, they're gonna put something in place soon. Once they get all the pieces after the draft, and they're gonna be hitting it hard, and then they're gonna be ready. So yeah, get this crappy, all this offense bullshit out of here, man. Yeah, he has zero excuses.
Sean says it right here. Tua turning the ball over has zero excuses now. The only excuse you can think for him is Jesse Davis, the right tackle.
Yeah, that dude's out of here.
That dude's a turd. Yeah. Hopefully they address that. It's not that deep of an offensive line class, but it's like if you can pick somebody up, a decent right tackle in the third, it's like you put Jesse Davis on his heels playing with the rookie sitting behind him.
They might switch Eichenberg to right tackle too, which he's not great, right? He was a rookie last year, but he's still an upgrade over Jesse Davis.
Oh, anybody's an upgrade. We could put Seth out there at right tackle, and he'd be an upgrade.
According to PFF, I mean, Jesse Davis was historically one of the worst. I mean, under 50, it's bad. Miami was 32nd overall at the end of the season PFF rankings for O-line anyway, but you got to get Jesse Davis out of here. I don't understand how you cut him, you cut Allen Hurns. Will Fuller's out of here, obviously. So they can actually do some more stuff. You free up a lot of cap space. There's a couple other guys they can cut to free up about $20 million. So Adam Schefter said they're not done. So who knows, man? Who knows? This is just like I can't believe it. It's sickening.
Seth, give us an outside looking in perspective here. What do you think the Dolphins can be capable of this year?
I like the Dolphins. It's just what can you say that people already haven't said? Like the Dolphins are going to be fast and they're going to be I think they're going to be great. I think they win the AFC East.
Whoa.
I think Mike McDaniel is going to come. He's going to run the ball. He's going to bring everybody in the box and he's going to bomb. It 100% all relies on Tua and the right tackle because like Teron Armstead, top 5 left tackle in the game, but that's not Tua's blind side, not down in Miami because he's a lefty. So you need a right tackle to protect him. But if you can give Tua time, I've seen Tua throw deep. Tua can throw the fucking ball just as good as anybody else. But he's been having to get the ball out of his hands so quick. Everybody's calling him a short pass guy like Brady.
He can throw it deep.
He can throw it deep. Like you see him on Twitter, he's bombing to Lynn Bowden. He's fucking bombing to Waddle. It's just
bombing to Jakeem Grant, who drops every pass. You know,
he is stupid accurate.
Yeah, he is. I think he was like the 4th most accurate. And I have hated on Tom Brady a lot for the dink and dunks and the slants, but hey, if Miami does that, yeah, whatever. Like I'll eat my own shit on that one. Fuck it.
So Mike McDaniel coming in is a great coach for this too, because look at Waddle. Waddle can be your quote unquote Debo from the 49ers. Yeah. He can move over the field. You're going to see a whole lot of motion. Like there's going to be so much motion in the fucking the Miami Dolphins backfield. It's going to be insane. Like
especially with Mostert out there and now Edmonds. It's like, man,
the bubble screens with Tyreek too. Like, geez, that's
like you think you have speed with Mostert running the ball. Here comes Edmonds. He's fast. You could run a jet sweep to Waddle or Tyreek. They're fast. It's just you're going to have a tough time versus the Miami offense. And obviously, you know what the defense is capable of. They brought back Ogba. They still have Javon Holland over the top. They have Howard and Byron Jones and Igbenogany.
But so a quick question here from the chat is, how do you feel about the Eagles' upcoming 2022-2023 season?
Oh, Susan, that's old Brent's mom, man. She's an Eagles fan. Yeah.
We're looking at a losing record for the Eagles, unfortunately.
Okay, that's Vance's take. I think Jalen Hurts balls out this year. I think they finish second above Brent, Washington, and the Giants, of course. I think the Eagles will finish second to the Cowboys. I don't know if they will make the playoffs. Oh, they could make the playoffs. NFC sucks.
Oh, dude, Carson Wentz is in that division now. It's like
Nah, I think Jalen Hurts balls out, dude.
We're about to see Carson Wentz resurge. Seth, quick thoughts on the Eagles season here, real quick.
I like Jalen Hurts. Obviously, their defense is pretty stout. I mean, they're getting a little old on the defensive line. I don't know if they got what's the young?
They
guy
got Fletcher back.
No, I'm not talking about Fletcher. Is it Barnett? Barnett's old. I'm trying to think of who the other guy is, but I can't think. There's Devontae Smith, great. And they have 3 picks this year in the top 20, I believe. Back-to-back in 15, 16, 19.
It's all up to the Eagles to butcher their own future right here. Like, they have to hit on these picks or make trades to get players.
Yeah, this is it right here. I mean, this is their draft to say they're going to elevate and they're going to be good. I imagine they take a receiver at 1, a linebacker at another one, and then at 19, I don't know what their roster really looks like after free agency. Don't care about the Eagles, obviously, Cowboys fan. But if they want to turn around and, like compete in the NFC East, I think they have to do it right here, right now, because they made all those trades, and here they go with 3 picks in the top 20. That is impressive. That's good draft capital. Yeah, and if you don't believe in Jalen Hurts, this is the time to. Well, I guess the right quarterback, not that great, but.
So I fully expect them to trade up to the number 2 overall pick and take Kyle Hamilton, the strong safety.
Cow.
That's where I'm at with it. But back to the Miami Dolphins here in the biggest free agency week of their careers, or of since the Ricky Williams trade, right? Here, I got a great caption for this, Barrett. Hang on.
There's nothing.
Read this caption.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, when it comes to talent, like, this is definitely the most talent. Like, everything's on paper, but this could be, the year. I'm not saying Super Bowl or anything, but it all comes down to Tua, right? Like, you have everything. This is crazy. You're coming off back-to-back winning seasons with B-Flow and whatever you want to talk about, Stephen Ross trying to sabotage or whatever, Tua them trying to sabotage Tua. Like, he had a rough couple of years. I mean, did he not? So, this is exciting. This is the most exciting stuff, but I'm just scared that something may happen, or, we're an injury or 2 away from, Teron Armstead. He does have injury issues. So does Devontae Parker. So, but you trade, you get good players. You don't think about injuries in the future when you're getting these players. It doesn't matter. Like, if, you know what I mean? Like, you don't make trades based on injuries, like, per se. So they went out. I mean, this is crazy. They just went out and got, like, just banging players, right? Like, it's just, I can't explain it. Like, Tyreek is just, it's so shocking. I haven't been able to stop smiling. Like, it's just crazy. It's just such a surprise. And Ian Rappaport said earlier, I guess he heard a little bit about it Saturday, about the Tyreek and the Chiefs kind of, something, they may not get a deal done. And thank you, Devontae Adams, for wanting so much money, and the Chiefs just didn't want to pay him. So, like, just, it's crazy. Like,
so the story goes that before the Devontae Adams trade and all the money, that the Chiefs were going to have a deal. They were looking at it. They were talking about it. The money was there. And then after Devontae Adams got traded and went to like $28 million a year, Tyreek is like, well, I want to be the highest paid. And the Chiefs were like, well, I don't think we can give you 29, 30 million. And so that's when I was kind of shocked whenever I saw it come across my Twitter feed that it was the Jets and the Dolphins, both same division, both just like, hey, we'll pay this dude, give us to him. Yeah. And respectfully, the Chiefs gave Tyreek the option. And I mean,
they did. Yeah,
they Jets fans, but how are you not going to pick Miami over in New York? Like,
it was a classy move by the Chiefs giving him the option.
Yeah, and the Jets had a good. I mean,
they offered 2 seconds. It's like,
no, but like the Jets had a good package. It was only 3 picks, but it was 35, 38, and 68 or 69.
Yeah,
so it's only 6 picks back of the first pick that the Dolphins gave.
Yeah,
and then it's way ahead of the second one. So really, I mean, it's 6 picks that much. And then, I mean, you want to talk about the Chiefs a little bit? Are they going to look the same?
Well, Mahomes will miss Tyreek, but Tyreek will miss Mahomes more. Let's be fair on that. I mean, but dude, every team in the AFC West got insane. I mean, Broncos, us, the Chargers have Khalil Mack and Nick Bosa now. Like, the Raiders have Devontae Adams. I mean, holy crap. It's just like, I don't know, man. Mahomes just doesn't have Tyreek. Like, that's going to hurt, obviously. It's going to hurt.
Absolutely insane. So Phil Yates gave an updated projection on what Travis Kelce's stats were going to be before the trade. And then after the trade, I don't know what they were before the trade. I never saw it. But I just saying, I literally think he just doubled the numbers.
Yeah.
But he said Travis Kelce's going to have 216 yards or 216 catches, 2,700 yards receiving, and 21 touchdowns. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. I think Kelce's fantasy value goes up. I think Tyreek's goes down a little bit. I think Mahomes goes down a little bit, obviously. But, yeah, Kelce is definitely up there if we're talking about fantasy standpoint. Susan has another question here. Do you see that?
Yeah, I do. So I was actually going to hit this. So she says, what percentage do you think the owners play in success of a team getting into the playoffs and why? I realize that money is a large part, but other than that, so this is a big move by Stephen Ross, the owner of the Miami Dolphins, with all the shit coming out about him. Yeah. This is like, if I get Tyreek, I get all these players. We win now. All that fizzles off in the background like Robert Kraft did a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think it depends, right? Like, Susan, some owners are more hands-on, like Jerry Jones of the Cowboys. And then some owners, like a Stephen Ross, like pretend that they're hands-on, but really they're not. There are rumors that Stephen Ross wanted Tua or not wanted Tua, and I don't think really he had a choice. I think it was Brian Flores, the coach at the time, and the general manager. The general manager is the main person who runs the team, but like a Jerry Jones, he's owner, general manager. So I think the owner, depending on
potential quarterback, if it don't work out.
Yeah, like owner can put pressure on teams, on coaches to switch stuff like big time quarterbacks or important positions like that. But I mean, I think it plays a lot. I mean, as far as percentage goes, it just varies by team by team. Jerry Jones is like 100% of that success, whereas Stephen Ross is probably like 40, maybe even less.
It's Jerry. If you're on top of Jerry Jones obviously has his hand over everything that happens, but it's him and Steven nowadays. Like, Steven Jones is more of the decision maker now.
Yeah,
because I think they realize that Jerry Jones is getting quite old.
He's making some weird decisions.
But Steven Jones is kind of the ones that makes the stupid decisions on the Cowboys. I mean, Jerry Jones is the one that said, "Hey, give D-Law his money. He's been here. He's been that guy." And Steven Jones was the guy that came in and said, "Yeah, we don't know if we can give you that. We'll give you a 1-year deal, blah, blah, blah." And DeMarcus Lawrence said, "Well, I want you to talk to Jerry about it." And Jerry Jones said, "Hey, give the dude his money. He's been loyal to us. We'll be loyal to him." So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think Stephen Ross, even with all these moves, gets off the hot seat, Barrett, because that was just an absolute clusterfuck. I think he is trying his best to get out of the hot water, though.
Yep.
I think I said it on another podcast, like kind of like, what if Miami did win the Super Bowl in the next couple of years? It'd be great, obviously, but a little bittersweet because Stephen Ross would he'd be up there receiving. The sooner Stephen Ross is out, the better. Let the team's going to do whatever, with the pieces they put around. But yeah, Stephen Ross out of here. I hope he's guilty. I hope they find out that he was like, "Hey, tank, like, get him out of it." Yeah, they hired Mike McDaniel and he seems great and we're getting all this good stuff, but like, the owner is still the owner and he's still kind of a scumbag. So I don't care. Like, get him out of here, dude.
All right. Parting thought before we move on to the next topic. The Miami Dolphins odds to win the Super Bowl are improved from 71 to 40 to 1 and now improved 20 to 1 to win the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't care what crazy Miami. I mean, I know my little thing says we'll win the AFC East, but the Bills are still the top dog, and the Bills have blown us out like the last 3 games. So got to get past the Bills. Get your defense has that top 5 or top 10, whatever they put in the last 9 games. Like that has to play the whole season. That has to keep up the whole season. You can't go from like 30th in defense and start 1-6 and then like play your ass off and win. Like just be consistent. You know what I mean? And you got to beat the Bills. So this is going to be this year. Watch, we're going to have all this stuff, and we're going to get swept by the Patriots for some reason, even though 3-0 versus Belichick without Tyreek Hill and Teron Armstead. Now you add that, like, I don't know. Pat's kind
I
of
don't see that happening. The Patriots lost so many people.
Yeah, they stink, dude. They got back Malcolm Butler, who's like 35 years old. You know what I mean? So